Yeah, you'll feel very well rested in a few days, but then in a few weeks, you'll degrade your physical capability, and the psychological stuff that goes with that's just no fun. What about nutrition? Protein powder is a big deal.
Yep. Protein powder is a big deal. They typically always have white rice. I haven't been to a chow hall right now that doesn't have even packets of tuna. So a lot of guys will go tuna and white rice just to try to get it in. I mean, they've got Taco Tuesday. They'll have cheeseburgers, but they're frozen patties. They're dog shit. A lot of guys, me specifically, I eat for texture basically only. And a lot of that stuff, like, I don't want to eat. Like, I'm not trying to eat scallops right now that are flown in from wherever. They taste like shit. Typically get sick. So I try to find the most simplistic meals I can eat that I can eat consistently, and I try to get them in 3 times a day. Supplement protein on top of that.
That seems pretty straightforward and doable in most cases.
It is. And, I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, Soldier's Angels is a really good 501c3 that would mail you whatever you wanted. So if you were in a place with no supplementation, you couldn't get to a GNC on base or whatever, you hit up these organizations and they'll fly it over. They'll send it over on USB. Well, I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. They're amazing people. Red Cross does it too. A lot of companies will reach out and they'll hook everybody up, but a lot of guys will get in this weird, they'll try to do some wazoo diet overseas, some keto, intermittent fasting, and it's so irregular, your schedule, and you never really know. It's like, don't try to do a wazoo diet. Don't try to train for a marathon or some don't do that right now. Now's not the time, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Yes. Truly. It changes so much. If you just have something consistent, like I'm going to take my next 6 months and just do a maintenance phase. Something that's repeatable, maintainable, that I can go the course this whole deployment with no real peaks or valleys. Like if I've been training for deployment this whole time, I'm on a natural progression and I'll plateau. I'm not trying to make exponential gains on deployment. It's not reality. If I think I'm going to increase my VO2 max, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm trying to be as optimal as I can for as long as I can, and then when I come home, I'll rest and rebuild.
And then rebuild like crazy.
Yeah.
But you're saying stay as close to your routine of fitness and nutrition as you can?
Because if you can't, there's nothing that grounds you anymore. And right now you're in a foreign place. Your wife's not there. The creature comforts. It's your first time ever being away from home for some of these guys. And it's so foreign. It's such a culture shock to you that they're out of rhythm for months, for weeks. It's like, if lifting is your thing, if working out is your thing, if grappling is your thing, every place has a wrestling mats. Everybody does BJJ. There's banana bags hanging from every gym. And that's a big thing. You have to get into your routine for not just the physical, for the mental health. Like, you have to be able to ground yourself, because if not, it's chaotic, man. You're hearing blood bank calls all day long. You're hearing, mortars going off in the camp next door to you. Your sirens going off. And you're like, shit, man. It can be depressing if you let it.
Yeah.
And if you get used to it, you're like, since a Tuesday, man, I can't control any of that. The only thing I can control is my output and being in best optimal mental state I can be to absorb all this other negative shit's being poured on top of me.
Real quick, because we have a whole talk about mindset after this in a slightly different context. How do you recover? Play video games, chat with the guys, play cards, read a book, listen to, look at your iPad or whatever, sleep, with the understanding underneath it all that a mortar could just land on your building and parts of you fly off. Is that something that after you're downrange long enough, you're like, whatever, man, shit was going to happen, it's going to happen. It's between God and I, fuck it. Is it something some people can just pull off pretty easily and they're like, whatever, on day 2, or some people on day 90 are like shaking and haven't slept and need to go home? Is there anything you can tell people as far as, like, I had some of the best advice ever gives, very, very not nearly as serious. I, again, stand and kneel in reverence to all people who have ever been abroad defending our nation. But, like, one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from my friend, Dr. Melissa Davis, who is a world champ BJJ black belt. And I started jiu-jitsu, and we were already really good friends. And she goes, listen, no one will tell you this. I'll tell you this. Your first year is going to suck. Understand it will suck, and it'll get better after. For me, because of my grappling background in wrestling and because I was super jacked, 6 months later, I was like, I'm never, ever quitting jiu-jitsu, ever. But 6 months to that, I was like, every day I was like, stupid Japanese ceremonial attire. The fuck am I doing? It's 100 degrees. this is dumb. I don't know what I'm doing. My joints hurt. Everything sucks. And if someone just told me like, dude, you're going to love jiu-jitsu and fucked off, I mean, that guy lied to me, or it just ain't me. But if someone like Dr. Melissa Davis said, hey, listen, a year is going to suck. Just suck it up. What amazing, indispensable advice. Is there any advice you can give like that to folks that are going to be going down there to see some shit? Is there any way to prepare yourself for it at all? Or is it just like, this shit is going to hit you wrong or it's going to hit you right?
You got to get used to the reality that a lot of that's out of your control. And you'll see guys when they first get over there, we'll all be walking to the chow hall. We'll say it's a 500-yard stretch to chow hall. We're all walking, sirens go off, and you hear it. And you'll watch the new guys, not our new guys, but just random people will sprint to these concrete bunkers, and we just don't even break conversation, just walking like, what are the chances it's going to hit me? Like, I'm not running. Like, I'm trying to get to chow hall. Now the line's thin. Now I can get through chow, and I can come back and watch Game of Thrones to try to decompress. But I mean, the unknown sucks because it is dangerous and that mortar can land at any moment. The more times you go overseas, just greater probability it's going to happen to you. But after a while, you do kind of get in that, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not getting up from this TV. I'm going to watch this thing right now. I've got to go out. And there's known dudes that I can watch on ISR with machine guns and suicide vests that I'm going to be actually fighting in 6 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about this mortar right now. Like, I'm trying to finish this episode right now.
So you just have to accept, like, I suppose.
You got to control the things you can control.
Yeah.
I mean, you run around like a wild man freaking everybody out. I get it, man. Dive to cover when you know, but how many times are you going to do that? I mean, because it happens all day long. So are you getting out of bed every single time? To me, it's like a soft 17 in blackjack. You're going to hit it or not. You better have a repeatable pattern. You can't just willy-nilly every time you want to. Now you're running out. It's like, that just builds inconsistency. I'm just staying in my bed. And we've had dudes come really close calls. Guys getting blown off of treadmills, like treadmill next to him. Mortar hits it. Boom. Blows everybody out of the gym. Whole wall comes down. Yeah. What do? Next day, they put the wall back up. Order a new treadmill.
Hit the treadmill on.
Same thing. Can't change it too much. And it sucks, man, especially for the guys that have never been there before. Just everybody else on this entire base. The cooks, the civilians, the guys who run the generator. They're under the exact same threat you are. We're all in it together. So just get used to that.
And most people aren't ducking when the mortars come.
They're not after a while. They get used to it and they're like, this base is so big, they don't know where they're lobbing them right now, where the chance it's going to hit little old me right here. And you just get used to it.
And so your advice is, as soon as you can adopt that mentality of like, I signed up for this, this is how it works. If I'm freaking out all the time, I'm no good to my team, I'm no good to myself. So when it's chill time and shit is kind of happening I don't know about, I just keep doing what I do.
I mean, calm breeds calm. And if the entire group is calm, they're not spreading up. I'm damn sure not about to be the one guy like, everybody get excited.
Fellas, anyone?
Yeah. No, dude. Just be nice and chill.
Damn.
Calm breeds calm.
And people who are not nice and chill in living situations like that, do they last?
I've never personally had to deal with it. We've definitely had guys that were really easy to amp up. They get really excited, but not for stuff like that.
So living in chronic fear of imminent death 24/7 is not a sustainable human capacity.
No.
Okay.
And most of those guys who live like that, we call them, it's going to sound derogatory, fobbits. Guys who just live on the fob and never leave it. They never leave the wire. They get flown in and flown out. And you basically work a desk job, so it wouldn't matter if you were in Seattle, Washington, or in Syria. Like, your job is the exact same. You're never going to go outside. Those are the guys that I feel freak out the most. You'll be in the middle of the chow hall, and they're running around freaking. It's like, they're coming, incoming. Yeah, brother, can I get a Denver omelet? You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I'm not worried about that. Like, I don't even know why you're sweating that thing. If it comes in here and hits us all right now,
sure.
What are you going to do?
And I suppose the thing is, somebody could say, well, yeah, but they're just thinking, and they're smarter than the rest of you guys, and they're just trying to get safe and increase the marginal probability of safety. But I guess what they're not calculating into that is the guaranteed, not probability, but guarantee of insane accumulated mental and physical fatigue from having to do that shit all the time and live at that high cortisol stress level. That's a huge cost that if you weren't interested in paying, you can always walk up and go, I can't be here anymore. I'm no longer safe for everyone else. They send you home, right? Or do they keep you around for a bit and then send you home?
It's all unit dependent. Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys will throw out some PTSD card. I'm freaking out. They'll send them home. But I mean, you got to understand, dude, on some of these bases, it's not uncommon to get shelled or mortared anywhere from 5 to 50 times a day.
So if you're freaking out about it after a while, people
Yeah,
like,
it's
you're
like-
just doing this wrong.
Yeah, dude, like just stop, man. Like just get over it.
Yeah.
You got to get over it.
Yeah. And
You're
if
not gonna
long
be able
term
to
this
stop
ain't
it.
you, as soon as your deployment ends, you're done.
Yeah, just go home and take it off.
Yeah. The RP Hypertrophy app has dozens of pre-made workout templates to help you build a plan faster than any other training software allows. But you can customize each plan exactly to your needs by prioritizing and deprioritizing any muscles you like to train, choosing the exact exercises you'd like to use, and customizing the volumes you employ at every single step of the process. If you're looking to bring up lagging muscle groups, look no further than the RP Hypertrophy app. Click on the link in the description of this video to get started.